So, okay, the hunting van is all loaded up with all the gear, the two FXs, the Royale, the Panthera, a generator, my PCP air compressor, some stuff I need, tripods, a lot of tripods and stuff. So today it's gonna be the first really serious test of the Panthera. Gonna try some different ammos, gonna have a walkthrough with the rifle with you guys and stuff like that. We're at the local range here on northern Öland, and gonna have a little introduction to the Panthera as one of the first steps in a multiple series coming on the channel, based and built around the Panthera. So weather seems still okay, maybe some rain later on. It's around 17-18 Celsius, and it's the 2nd, is it the 1st of October or the 2nd? I think it's the 2nd of October today. So let's do this. I'm gonna start this thing with set up some fresh targets, and I'm gonna give you a presentation of the rifles, the Panthera in particular. But first, some fresh targets. Before I remove this one, I wanted to show you, this is the Panthera, and I think this is a magazine with one magazine is in 30 cal, is 13 shots. So this is a sider, and then this is 11 or 12 I think, on 50 yards with the Airgun 50 grain slugs. Fresh target up, and then we're moving down. There we have the bench in front of the house is 50 meters. That red thing is 80, and on the side there in the middle of the picture we have a 100-meter bench. So I'm gonna try to shoot from these three distances today. If the rain's not coming, then we're gonna stay under the roof on 80 meter. My PCP compressor is all set up here. Normally if I would run it, I would start the engine. My pro tip is never use your mobile 12-volt compressor charging from your car without running the engine. It can flatten the batteries pretty fast. We're inside the 80-meter box here under a roof if it starts raining. So did my setup here, have some stuff here, the good trusted FX Royale. I'm gonna run you through that one first. Some ammo, this is 30 cal, knockouts, Hades, FX Reds, which are the same as the equivalent to 18.13 grainers in caliber 22. These are 50 point something grains. Yeah, 50.5 or something. Here we have Airgun slugs, HP2s in 50 grain, caliber 30 of course, and these are 54 grainers. Really hard to tell the difference. You actually have to read on the box back there. There, you see that? Top right, 054/80S. That's the caliber. And these are done. You can see 050/80S. So really hard to tell. I normally mark them up like this. Some 22 cal JSBs, the 25.39 grainers. I use them sometimes. These are actually 18.13 grainers. I did have a small box of them, so I'm going to use that up today. Some Hades, some magazines. The Hades is my bulk ammunition, what I use 80% of the time in caliber 22 on my FX Royale. I had this FX Royale since, what can be, 2019, something like that. It is a trusted, good old friend. Use it a lot for pest control jobs. A-Tech, Norwegian made silencer. And newer 480 cc carbon bottle, which I did put on there. The original one was 400 cc aluminium bottle that came with the rifle, but it's quite a difference in weight, and you can also notice the 80 cc extra air, so it's good to have, and it's lighter in the front. I have a very simple bipod on there. I have a Manfrotto connection, a camera connection for my tripods. I have a Wolf 3x24 4K day-night scope, which also uses, normally have an infrared light somewhere here put on, but it's not on today. And I also have a red dot mounted on there on the side for quick shots, which I do with my left eye open. So I use both my eyes when I'm shooting. So that's the Royale. Nothing more to say about that. Small custom things, like you have something like this here in the front, a ring, which, let's get it sharp, like that. That's a 30mm ring, Picatinny ring, and I put a flashlight in here. So it's a quick connect for my flashlight. Just did put some black electrical tape around the end of the flashlight, and it fits perfectly. We mentioned this camera mount. There's a Picatinny, hard to see, a Picatinny adapter there under, so I can use the Picatinny rings that came with the Wolf. I've extended the stock back here like this because I want to have the rifle in that position. So that's the Royale. And now the piece de résistance. My new Panthera, FX Panthera, with a 700mm barrel in .30 caliber, with the standard STX heavy, smooth twist STX heavy slug barrel, 700mm. Nothing special about this. It's pretty much stock. The 300cc tube on. I can manage pretty well with that. On top is, I have a little bubble here. On top is, this is a Falcon Endura scope, 3.5 by 25 by 56 in Milrad. This wind turret is lockable like that. The sunshade is on. I always use the sunshade on, and I also have this, call it the rubber tit, which is from my field target days. I still use that. I put it on every scope I use. I just slide it on there. And here is a focus wheel on the extra focus wheel that I did put on from my Nikko, my big Nikko, 10 by 50 by 60. I have a bigger 150mm Rowan engineering wheel on that, so this was a leftover, so I use it for this one. It's easier to find, adjust the focus. I have a FX carbon fiber boom mast, or whatever you want to call it, with a Picatinny mount, and I have my FX radar on there, version 1.0. I just did buy this a couple of months ago, and they just released the second version, but I'm stuck with this thing. It works fine, so not gonna change it. So that's a quick run through of the Panthera. And here's the magazine, 13 shots in caliber 0. These things are pretty big. So if I take a couple out like that, you can see they're pretty big. I did put a couple of 22 caliber Hades here for comparison. You can see there is a slight difference in size, especially if you do like this. So of course they are more costly. It's like 3 times the weight in lead, and they're also 3 times in price. So what are we gonna do? I'm gonna start after the walkthrough. I'm gonna start with a couple of shots over there, 80 meter, just for checking my Strelok table that it's okay. Dial for 80 meters. So we're gonna start with these 54 grain slugs, which I already loaded up in the magazine as I just showed you. And maybe try the knockouts later on. The Hades, of course. Maybe a couple of 50s, and these ones I haven't tried. These are, I think, Zan slugs 60 something, 63 grains, 4.1 gram. That's a lot compared to these 18.30. These are 1.07 grams, and these are 4.1 grams. So quite a difference in weight. It's almost 3 times or 4 times. These the weight of these. Medium heavy, 18.13 grainers in 22. So it's gonna be fun. So I try to not make it too complicated. I'm gonna put the phone camera up, and you can see me shooting. I'm gonna put the camera up next to the target, and you're gonna see some shots next to the target. I only have one camera with me today, so I will start off here. You can see me shooting this thing, and I will show some shots when they hit the target down there at 80 meters. So we start with that. Make it simple, less is more. One thing I did forget to remember when I did the walkthrough with the Panthera, I did mention the Royale and the Norwegian ATEC silencer over here. There you are. I also have a silencer on the Panthera. Maybe I'm gonna show you, even if it's hard to get the difference on video, a couple of shots without the silencer. It's not a silencer, it's a moderator. Sorry. Show you a clip with and without. This is, as most of you can see, it's a Donny FL. This shroud is pretty thick. It's like almost 38 or 40 millimeters. So obviously this is a Ronin. You can see that because it's a little thicker. So this is a 2-inch diameter, 50 millimeters. And compared to this, you can see my finger there. You can see my finger there. So this barrel is super thin, and it has a small silencer or moderator on. This is maybe 1 inch, 30 millimeters or something, like 1 1/4 inch, something like that. So that's the Panthera revised version number 2.0. So let's do it. I try to put as much support as I can. So I will take a couple of shots like this, and then I will put it down on the bipod. I'm basically holding it, pushing it pretty firmly to my shoulder. And so far I discovered this is like my 22 Anschutz. It wants to be caressed, hugged really hard. It don't like a loose grip, just lay it on the backs and push the trigger thing. It jumps all over the place. So I have to caress it pretty hard. And that's bad, because you caress it different every shot. Now I try to squeeze the bag. Safety off. It's supported with the bags. Actually, I'm low. So I'm gonna go back to the 1.6 from 1.3 to 1.6 like Strelok said, and see if it was a bag issue and the muzzle flipping up, and that caused the impact to be too high. Actually, probably Strelok is perfectly correct, like it's always is. It was just a holding issue. It's quite windy today though. It was 1 inch off though, the first one. This one, where is that thing? Can't see it from here. I should be able to see it. Okay, it's on the right side, like 2 o'clock. I have quite a little wind. Maybe I would adjust a couple of clicks to the left. Give it another one. Yeah, I can feel the wind right now in my face. That was very high. That was like 2 inches high. Okay, actually put it on safe. I'm gonna leave this solution. I'm gonna try something different. Probably have to do it like this. But this is what I got. I couldn't afford like a $400 bipod, so that's a $30 bipod instead. Let's see, that's pretty straight, like that. So let's remove this solution with the slugs and see if the hard thing is that there's no bag rider here, so it's really hard. There is one height. You can't adjust much. You have a little back here. So it's really crappy. And of course I'm way too low. So I have to go up, and the further up I go, the more unsteady the whole platform is. So you get the picture, right? Okay, let's do it again on the bottom right target. Where is it? Yeah, height-wise pretty good. I have to adjust a couple more clicks for the wind and see if I can get it into center target. High. Sidewise, okay, 1 click back to the right, 1 click down. That should be it. Oh, they're all over the place actually. Here's what I just shot. These two were high and I adjusted. Then I was here and adjusted again, and I'm here. But I would say it's pretty spread out. These are another 2 with the same setting. That's good inch, more than an inch. Same up here. That's an inch. And I don't know what's wrong. These 30 cals are known to be not too easy when they're new. Here's 2 shots. I was sighting here. These are better, way better. That's my pinky. Actually, I don't know. And then I started to mess around with the bag and bipods and stuff. I haven't figured out what I'm doing wrong. I mean, if they're shooting like this, 2 shots on 80, that's pretty good. I mean, especially for hunting purposes, which is what I'm going to use this thing for mostly. Of course, it's fun to do some target work too, but I have to figure this out. I'm not sure what to do, but I suspect that it's mine thing with a setup with holding the rifle and the bags and the unsteady bipod. I need more time with this thing. I'm sure it can shoot and it can be tuned. Like always, when you have a new rifle, everything is new to you or to me, and I'm a little confused also by the 3 lock and the 16 clicks that turned out to be 13 clicks. I'm not sure, because I filled this magazine up yesterday, and could be that I did fill up it with 50 grains, but I had the rifle set for the 54 grainers, so that could be it. Now I will check what I'm gonna fill the magazine with. I think they are spreading out. This isn't steady, or the thing is just jumping around too much, or maybe I should just let it loose and jump around and do its thing. Honestly, I haven't learned how to shoot with this thing. It's way too new for me and unfamiliar. I mean, that thing, the Royale, is pretty easy to shoot. I will try a couple of shots like this, and maybe I'm gonna go and get my tripod and see how it does from there. I mean, logically, it should be more accurate like this. And there's also some fine tuning to do. It was set like this. Let's see if you can see there. It came like this from factory. The upper gauge is the pressure in the regulated pressure, 110, 112 bar, something like that. And the lower one is the bottle pressure. Oh, it's really hard to get this thing sharp like that. So you have the bottle pressure, and you can see it was filled to there, 250 bar, and I've shot 1 magazine. It's moved from here to there, 1 magazine, and there's lesser space left, so I think there's 13 in the magazine. I think maybe I can shoot 20, 21 without a refill. I won't be able to shoot 2 magazines, 26, when I'm shooting slugs. My power wheel is almost at maximum setting, 110 bar factory setting, 54 and 50 grain slugs. I think, yeah, this 21 is for 50 grainers, and when I shoot the 54, I put it on the dot there, which is 22. So what to do? Fill up some more slugs in 50 cal, maybe, or 54. Let's do the 54, and see, fill another magazine and see how many I can get. So far, 13 shots, and see what we can get on 1 fill. This is like sucking a lot of air from the bottle when you're shooting slugs. Way less when you're shooting pellets. So as I told you, 3 magazines almost is possible, which is fair enough for hunting. I mean, if you shoot off the bench, you obviously should be tethered to a bottle. Seems like this thing likes to be caressed pretty hard and wants to be held tight. So I'm trying to do that, but without the bag rider, it's so stupid to shoot with it. I really don't like this setup at all. And I don't get a proper squeeze bag. This thing sucks. I tried to figure this out, and also put it on the tripod and hold it tight and let it stand loose on the bipod and see if we still have accuracy issues. I really don't know what to do. I think the rifle is accurate in itself. It's just the way I'm supporting or holding the rifle that messes the whole thing up. So I have a clean target. I'm gonna aim here and give it 3 shots, and I'm gonna try to hold the rifle steady but consistent and see where we go, where we get from there. So I should be somewhere here. Yeah, let's do it. Actually, this is a whole magazine, 13 shots. So I thought I can't get 2 full magazines on one bottle fill, but actually I can. I'm down at the regulator pressure now, 110 bar. 2 full magazines, 26 shots, shooting 50 grainers. That's pretty good with that small bottle, actually. Though I try to hold the rifle, they're pretty spread out. It's kind of jumping around, but probably where you can see I'm holding it consistently. This is like, I think, yeah, I have to check the video, but could be like, that's at least 2 shots, maybe 3. So I think if I can sort it out, how I'm holding the rifle properly with the right support, it could be something. And I mean, I haven't tried to tune it. It's just at a 110 bar factor setting, because I can get 2, now I know I can get 2 full magazines with slugs. I can get 3 with pellets, which is good. And for hunting, this is, all these 13 are a dead bird. I mean, what could this be? Yeah, 1.5 inches maybe. For hunting, that's good. That's a dead bird every time. But of course, I want to get it to shoot like on top of each other, like you see the big boys on YouTube do, like on 100 yards, they do stack them or connect them together, but they do 3 or 5 shots though. But I will prioritize efficiency over that, getting a perfect target and get a very small, nice, tight group. But of course, I'm gonna try. But if that means getting the groups together that raise the regulator pressure, that means I'm gonna get a less efficient rifle and maybe just get 1 magazine of slugs on 1 fill. And just to get, instead of this group, get this group, for me it's not worth it. I'm happy with this in wind, 80 meters, quite okay. But let's see what we can do. My idea is that we get to know this rifle together. That's why I'm doing these episodes. Okay, car started, engine is running, fan is running. Let's fill this thing up before it starts to rain more. It's usable. I like and adjust, put that on 13 and adjust speed with the regulator instead, and try to fine tune the rifle, and only using the regulator and the micro wheel together. That, I think that's how you should tune this. And when it's tuned, you can use the macro wheel for jump up and down when you're switching, like I do, between 54 or 50 grain slugs. But it's tuned, let's say it's tuned for the 54. So I can jump up or down for lighter slugs or pellets, but still I have my tuning started from number 13 with a circle around it and do most of the adjustments with the regulator and the microwave. I haven't come so far because I want to get to know this thing together with you, preferably. So we start out as it is and see if we can get some kind of accurate shots, or if it's me or the bag, or if the tuning is bad. And this is actually all of what this is all is about, these episodes, to get to know and find out things together. So it's gonna be fun. I was thinking maybe try the tripod and take a couple of shots and see if the rifle is moving around less or whatever. But before we do that, I wanted to, even if it's hard with the iPhone camera because it has an auto level on the sound recording side, but still, maybe you can hear the difference if I do one shot without the moderator and one with it. So let's give it a try. Okay, let's do one shot without the moderator. Put it on fire. Let's do it. When you're sitting back here, I mostly hear the mechanics and the hammer spring and stuff like that, but I try to listen from here. Well, okay, now put the moderator on. And now with the moderator, I don't know how much difference you will hear, but I can tell you in real life, when I was here, the first one without the moderator sounded way more than my 22 LR, or it sounded like a 22 LR supersonic hunting round, something like that. It was pretty loud. So let's do it with the moderator on, and I will try to listen from here. Yeah, I would say it's way less loud. Two untouched targets up there. Okay, good. I'm going to put it on magnification 10. Just, and I did find out if I just rest my hand up here, yeah, it feels better. The rifle is pretty balanced, not sideways, but it's a little front heavy now with the bipod and stuff on there. But it's pretty well balanced, I would say. It's a little front heavy, but there it stays like that. So when I put my hand here, it feels pretty comfortable and not moving around too much. Or on the focus wheel is also nice, like this. Yeah, and the moderator is on. Cool. I feel like wobbling around here, or maybe try like this. Oh, I pulled that one for sure. Okay. That was 3. Let's find something else. So I got a couple of hits on this one. One hit was probably, I don't know, it was that hit or that, but it just ripped the thing apart like that. I had a piece of wood somewhere. There, let's put that there. And one of the organic targets was hit too. We had a different sound without the moderator. So what I'm going to do now is to try to hit some targets without the moderator and see if accuracy is even worse than with the moderator. So I was thinking here, this target, this is an unshot target. You can see my pinky. So this isn't really hard. I think this is probably, I think this is maybe an inch or maybe more. Well, it's probably 30, 35 millimeter or something. Hard to say. But I'm gonna shoot here without the moderator. And maybe I'm gonna take a couple of shots here with the moderator on. Well, nothing scientific with that, and that's not the point today. The point is just to have fun and get to know the Panthera. These shots I was shooting with this moderator on, and I was actually try to sight here somewhere, but I only have 10 by 10 magnification on it. These targets are pretty small from over there, and when I have 25, everything is just moving around. So, and these are, I try to hold here. These were without the silencer, and I think I pulled one of these. I don't know if this was the last shot. I pulled that one too, but they're not too far from each other. So like these two, I was aiming somewhere here, and one I aimed off. Never mind. So I have to try to tune it, because when you have a moderator on, you have to tune the rifle for the moderator. Of course, it's different when you take it off. So I have to tune the rifle. But I do prefer the moderator because it's kind of super loud without, and actually I have a little ringing in my ears. So if I would shoot that often without the moderator, I would definitely have ear protection on. I would say that's to recommend to have. Just show you guys those 30 cals, but those things are ripping like a lot. This is a 2x8, some slugs stuck there. Okay, so that's left of a 50 cal or 54 cal or whatever it was once upon a time, and it does rip big holes in the wood. I started to shoot with 54 Panthera, 54 grainers. Here, quite a spread. And these 1, 2, 3, almost touching each other, is the 50 grain Airgun HP2, and these are the 54 Airgun HP2. And then I started to switch to pellets, the FX Red 50.15 grain. And they were like all over the place, like teenagers on a rock festival, started to spread everywhere. And then I checked, oh, little mishap. My rig was way down, actually on 80 bar, so no good. So now we refilled the rifle, and I will continue with aim somewhere here with the 50 grainers, and then I will shoot Hades 4.75 here, and maybe switch to knockouts and aim up here, JSB 50.50 grain knockout. So 54 grain, 50 grain slugs. We'll shoot, let's say we aim here, 15.50 FX Red pellets, and do the Hades pellets 44.75 grain, and somewhere here or there do the knockout slugs. Okay, so I didn't adjust anything from the slug setting. I just adjusted the speed where I used to have it 17 on the micro wheel for the 50.15 grain FX Reds, but I was actually aiming up here and I did hit here. That's a good 8-inch down, but then you can see how much these pellets actually lose speed. One there, one there, one there. So pretty much together on 80 meters, but they're the same weight as these ones, the 50 grains, and I was aiming here and hitting like 8-inch below. I was aiming here with the Hades 4475s and had the wheel accordingly set to 16 where I have them. They do like 275 meters, these 265, and also a good 8.5-inch drop, but 1, 2 on top of each other, one there. So even pellets are really good. This is hunting good on 80 meters, but as you can see, they lose a lot of energy and speed, dropping from here to there. So there's where 50, 60 meters and up, where the slugs really shine. But unfortunately, we have no battery. I'm down on 3%. That's God just punishing me with bringing one camera. So next episode, I will bring more cameras. But we call it today and do the 100-meter shots next time. Catch you on next one.